Let's see what we have so far. Didn't end up doing anything extra yesterday. What we're trying to do is to make it so that he has more resistance. I'm going to turn off the whole duration during the last scene. I want him to have more resistance before he breaks through the bars. And what we decided to do, we as in me, is to, before he pushes out here, in this scene here, we're going to have his meat push more up against the bars. So go ahead and duplicate that layer there. Oops, forgot. We've reached our maximum of 88 layers. So let me show you again. I'm going to try to go duplicate again. And if you look at the very top of the screen, it will quickly state reached maximum of 88 frames, layers. So we won't be able to animate 88 layers reached. So what that means is you have to go into your layers and merge what you're not using. And this is a limitation of the RAM that I have in this iPad, which is an iPad Pro. I think it's 2019 or 2018, and it is 256 RAM. Okay, so let me see, this one I can delete here, because I only need to have like 4. Oh, I can delete this one here. I need 4 extra frames, correct? Correct. So that's 2. Okay, I can merge down this one, and I can merge down here. And let's do the same thing with this. Let's merge this down. Let's open up this one. We can merge here. See, the thing is that I would prefer to have as many frames you can work with at once, because you never know when you need. It would be very convenient if I did not have to merge these layers down. For instance, this shot right here. What if I had to go back and redo the smile and parts of the face? It's going to be harder to do that because the layer is merged. Okay, so let's go back and see if that helped us out. Before here. So where were we? Okay, we were right here. How many layers do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is kind of a lot. I don't anticipate going back here. We're just going to have to merge down. Merge down. Wait a moment. That's a mistake. No. Let's merge down and merge down. So if I duplicate, let's see again, I'm kind of confused now. Okay, it'll be all right. So let's duplicate this layer. And the idea was to get this character's cheek more into the bars. So what would happen would be, let's go get our pencil. Okay, zoom in. Yep, on a fresh layer. What would happen is this cheek, let's draw a little better here. this cheek would push in more, right? And as a consequence, the one in the back would get less. Same thing with here. This cheek would push in more, right? That's too much. This cheek would push in more here. And this cheek would probably push in more here. Okay, so in the back, you would have to delete these parts here. Okay, you see how there's still some color left? That's from the lower layer. Same thing would happen here. If he is pushing his cheek in here, that would be squishing more inside, and he would be getting deleted that, and he would be getting closer to the screen more. So let's go zoom out some more so I could see and have him uniform go closer to the screen like this, like that. Now it's becoming a mess here. So let's delete here, up here. We don't need this part. Don't need this bottom part here. Let's fill in another layer. We can fill in the color here to help us visualize it better. Whoops. Let's change it to dry ink tool. Whoops. See, yep. Then change it to dry ink to maintain the consistency of the patterns. Back there. Then like here. Here. There you go, like this. Then this would be all colored here. That. Now it's becoming almost difficult to figure out where everything is. I'm going to have to redraw it cleaner because, as you notice, I have some color in this here, and I have colors everywhere. It's not organized, so it's beginning now. I'm slowing down because I'm having to look where things are. Let's undo. What did I do? I made this to something alpha lock. Let's take the alpha lock there. Take the alpha lock out. I have to go. What I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to. He's going from here to there. I am going to go ahead and merge everything down. Merge down. Merge down. Merge down to have one layer. So I know that everything's in one layer, so I could just do what I have to do. I need to erase here, but I have to be careful because since it's all in one layer, I just can't go like this because I'll erase everything, you see. Undo. So we have to zoom in some more. Use a smaller size and erase what needs to be erased to at least try to salvage this frame. Although this frame is only going to appear quickly during the whole animation, it still might be too jarring if there are remnants that aren't addressed. Here, you see how this one, I wonder what the previous one, this is a little darker there. Then yeah, I gotta like put this in here, put this line in there to make it appear. Now it might jump, see, it might jump and be, let's see, let's play it. Yeah, okay. He goes and he, so here's like this. Let's, since we know there's one layer, we don't need to go into the layers panel and see. It's just one layer. There we go. Okay. Let's have him try to go more in here to make it really more comical. Let's duplicate. We know that it's one layer, so we're just going to have to go for it. Gorilla drawing for sure. See? Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, accidentally used the eraser tool. So let's go like this, right? This whole face, try to smush in together like that. And let's have this whole thing come together like this. Totally odd. And have this thing go more smooshing like this. And his cheek is like that. So let's go ahead and erase this part here. Okay. And erase this part here. And let's make like maybe part of his meat is, whoops, that's too much. Part of his meat is starting to come out here, squish out here. Part of it squishing out here this way. Let's erase this part here because he is getting closer to the screen. Oops, see, I don't want to erase the bars because, but I do want to have like part of maybe his, whatever this thing would have been, his nose starting to pop up out of there. Let's go with black and put in some supporting. See, at this point, we've totally lost control of the character. Totally lost control of the image. Now his face has become a balloon that's trying to fit through some bars, right? And it doesn't make sense that his eye wouldn't do the same thing like this. Like his eye would also be trying to fit through the bars. Let's color this part white because that's going to be part of the eye right there. Well, this doesn't make sense. What I did was one finger touched the color and the color will change. If you look at the top of the screen at the color, it's white, but if I touch the color on the screen, this little circle will appear, and the color that I select on the screen will become the dominant color. And see it on the top, it becomes the brown. So I touched the color of his eye. That's how I got the color quicker than going to here and selecting the color there. There you go. Because the bars are a slightly cream color. See how his eye is white, but the bars are slightly creamy? So there is some distinction. Same thing here. I'm not going to delete, because if I delete, I'm going to show the background, which is a transparent background. I'm going to have to color the parts. Like here, it's white. So color the white. Yeah. So he's trying to smush through the screen. I think I want this part. I'll do that again instead of going back up black. I want this to be more rounded, like this. Then I want to color in like this, like there. And remember, he does have a smile, a sort of a smile that is part of the character here. So even when he is trying to smush through the screen, I want him to maintain that particular trait. Because no matter what this character does, he always maintains that freaky smile. So since I created a new layer, I can freely draw the smile where I want it, where it would be normally. His nose also would normally be right here, normally be right here. And I'm going to duplicate this. Duplicate that. I'm going to turn that off so I can use that for later. Then I'm going to erase part of the smile that I don't want, which is the correct way of drawing, where you can do things like this and not have to worry about, erasing things that you don't need to. See, there you go, smile. And his nose is here, so we don't need to extend it yet. To there. There we go. So I am going to go back into the previous layer and color in the little artifacts. These little artifacts here. And these little artifacts here, cleaning up the drawing. Because these artifacts will show up as little spots and dots, like right here. This artifact here. Let's go clean that up. Go back in and do it better. Okay. Here's one here. Some days you spend all your time stuck on one frame, 1 or 2 frames. Other days, you're able to draw freely. Today is a day in which I am in 1 or 2 frames. What the heck? Let's see, this transitional frame here, I guess. Okay, see previous frame. He goes like this, like that. Let's see what we got. Hopefully this shot makes sense. Yeah, it will only make sense if he's in this frame right here, right? And it shows like part of the eye. I need to put in part of the eye. Let's put another layer here. Like, because this is his eye has to go like this. Whoops. Up there, some more. It's too big. Like, this is his eye right here. So his eye would be at this stage smushed in like this too. So we have to somehow make it look somewhat like a transition. There you go. And it would make sense if there was a hold duration here, like maybe 2-second or 3-second hold. I'm already at 22 minutes. Yeah, so that's a little better. We have the hold duration. Let's do a little longer hold duration of this frame here. Yeah, because after this frame, I want him to hold here, right? Stay there, then go back. So let's do this. Let's duplicate this frame here. Make sure I know where I'm at. This is right here. I'll go to here, so just so we know, don't get lost. And then after he holds, he bounces back like a ball. He's here, then he bounces back here. He bounces back some more, which is this frame here. Okay, so let's duplicate this one. Let's have this one be 3. 3. It bounces back here, and then he continues. So let's go. Yeah. So we'll work on that some more. He'll have to go from that, bounce back, and then continue his motion. Okay. So what is happening is he goes here, he bounces back, he has to pause here again, 3, and then he has to continue on. So it looks something like this. Hits it, bounces back, then continues. Hits it, bounces back, and then continues. So he has to bounce back some more. Hits it, bounce back some more, and then continue. We're going to have to redraw this frame here because the lines are too thick. It's not consistent from what the previous frames are. Right here, here. We have to redraw this one. And redraw, make some more frames with this one just, I think, gyrating, going up, bouncing, 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 then fall back, and then go again, fall back here, then move forward again, trying it again. And then this time, trying it a second time, then maybe a third time he is succeeding, because remember, we want the audience to look at the scene and say, what the heck is he trying to do, as opposed to just going straight through the bars. Create some anticipation, or just have the audience look and see, okay, this guy's trying to push his face through these bars. That's insane. Can he actually push his face through the bars? All right. Thanks for showing up. And I'll catch you guys next time. Stop streaming.